first, let's take a look at how voters in Korea showed their passion for democracy and exercised their right to vote. Our Moon Hye-ryeon was on the site at one of the polling stations.
Voting kicked off at over 14,000 different polling stations around the country, such as the one behind me, for people to cast their votes in this year's parliamentary elections. A steady stream of people headed to polling stations on Wednesday to cast their ballots for a new 300-member National Assembly. And at these polling stations, some differences between the last general election in 2020 and the general election this year could be seen. This year, the ballot paper for proportional representation seats is 51.7 centimeters long, with 38 parties running, making it the longest ever used in Korea. It's longer than the last parliamentary election in 2020, when the ballot paper was over 48 centimeters long, with 35 parties running. The voters this year were also a little different from the previous general election 4 years ago, due to the country's aging population. It's the first time ever that the number of voters above the age of 60 has surpassed that of those in their 20s and 30s, and pundits are dubbing this year's general election a grey election. According to the National Election Commission, those in their 20s and 30s made up just over 28% of voters, while those aged over 60 years old accounted for nearly 32%. But voters young and old all spoke of their hopes that led them to place their votes, with some coming to vote for the first time and some having voted in several previous general elections.
What I and the rest of the country wants is a prosperous country with people who are happy and treated equally.
It's my first time voting, so I did a lot of research before placing my vote. As someone who's part of the younger generation going to university, I'd like for politicians to listen to our needs and improve the job market.
These voters are hoping their voices will be heard. Moon Hye-ryeon, Arirang News.